Go.
Good evening, everybody, and I'd like to thank you for this opportunity to speak with you today. I am Renee Wallen, and I am a wife, a mother, and a grandma. The topic that I will be speaking is really important to me. As a parent, I was, and I still am, a supporter of nonverbal communication with my kids. Now, as I stated, my topic is on nonverbal communication. You may ask, what is nonverbal communication? Well, it is the use of actions and the tone of voice to get a message or a point across without having to say a word, unless you're using your tone. Because depending on your tone of your voice, that can be totally different. So that is a form of nonverbal communication. Now, everybody uses nonverbal communication, mostly, times during the day. As parents, I promise you use it all the time, every day. There are numerous ways to get your point across to your child without ever saying a word, as long as you teach it. At times, what you say is nowhere near as important as how you say it. And I know my children hated me saying that all the time. My husband too. Some examples of most commonly used nonverbal communication is your body movements, such as, which I taught with my children, was when I was on the phone, I always tell them, let Mama finish getting on the phone and then I'll be with you. Or if your child is like a distance away from you, you go, and they can hear your snap, and then they see your finger, and they know, Mom's got them. Or if you're wanting to give, I know you've seen this throughout the day, if you want to give that warning, you see it in the store a lot of times. When you get to 3, the kid knows they're in trouble. You have up until 3 to change your attitude and your behavior. If not, you're in trouble. Or you can do shaking of your head. If your child is doing something you like, you don't say it, just shake your head. But if they're doing something you don't like, and if you just do this, a lot of times the kid will play with you. That little quick shake, they really know, okay, I know I did wrong this time. And of course, you can change your expression on your faces also. Your child's doing a good thing, give them that smile. Let them know, hey, I'm doing good. Mom's smiling. Or if they're doing bad, shake your head no. Don't give them that smile. But always, find some way when they change their attitude, then you smile and know that they changed and you're doing good. And that is a great positive nonverbal communication tip from globalpost.com. Now, as I stated earlier, you can always change the meaning of a simple statement just by the words you emphasize in your sentence. Child comes in and you want to know, where they've been. If you say, where have you been? If you emphasize the where, the kid's just going to say, okay, Mom just wants to answer your nosy. She just wants to know where I've been. But if you say, and you emphasize you've been, like, where have you been? First thing your child's going to think is, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. I'm either late, or I've been somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, and Mama knows. Just depending on what words you emphasize and how you say it with the tone of your voice. Now, another way to communicate with your child is to set up a routine so they'll know what to expect, so they're not just totally caught off guard and surprised with whatever's going to happen. Let them know ahead of time, we're going to go here, 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 this is what's going to happen, so they know. And that's another way of letting them, communicating with them with nonverbal communication, because they already know what's expected. That's another great tip from positiveparentingskills.net. And it is full of great advice. However, there are some risks when you use nonverbal communication. If you and your child have this set up with what your signals are, and you're out in public and your child's doing something that everybody can obviously tell they shouldn't be doing, and you don't say a word to them, people will think you're ignoring them. However, you've already sent them that little communication with your hand, and they stop. It's no one else's business, but we know how society is. You can also have those children that if you use a signal just rarely, because they don't really need that one very often, they may forget. So you may want to go over some of the signals, every so often, even if you don't use them and they don't need them. Now, another thing is when a child wants to talk to the parent, and you may give that little, 1 minute, and it ends up going into a few more minutes, and then you end up doing something else and you forget. The child then may get the feeling that Mom and Dad don't really care to talk to me. They don't care what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, what I need to say. And then they start thinking, maybe Mom and Dad don't care about me. So be careful that you don't use that 1 minute sign for a week. because the child will start thinking you don't care about them. Now, personally speaking, when my daughter was little, I say my daughter is present in the audience today. When she was little, she knew from an early age what my signs were, and she knew that if she broke them, there was trouble, there was a punishment. Now, the signal that I used mostly was if she did something, I'd look over my glasses and go, "Really?" I didn't say the word, but she knew when I looked over the glasses, Mama was not happy. She was on thin ice. You better change now. Now, when I was growing up, my mom had a bar of soap in her purse. And my sister and my brother and I, we knew if we did something wrong, Mama was going to tap that purse, we were in trouble. We better back up. Mama was a pro at nonverbal communication, even back then. And yes, that was a long time ago. Now, I will say that God feels the same way. He's our parent, right? He's our Father. And He's far away. So He can't really, talk to us. So He sends nonverbal communication. Because He doesn't want to correct us when we do wrong. And that's what a parent does. So just remember, we do have ways to communicate with our children without talking to them. Just let them know and teach them what those communication signals are so they're prepared for them in life. Again, I'd like to thank you all for being present today, and I hope you walk away with just a little bit of a tidbit of information to help you when you're dealing with your children. Thank you very much, and have a great evening.